The movie depicted how issues of sexuality are often left unspoken in Nigeria due to moral, religious, and cultural limits. This silence causes preventable problems and complications for victims. Statistics provided by World Bank Group report on adolescent sexual and reproductive health in Nigeria 2015 show that Nigeria accounts for 14% of the global burden of maternal mortality and morbidity. This puts Nigeria as the second highest in the world. The alarming rate calls for an intensive public awareness to ensure that the girl child is adequately protected.
How many of us know that you can have access to drugs, very cheap drugs that will prevent you losing your lives or losing your baby's life at birth? This is a situation that cuts across the social strata, the social levels. And so we all need to say something about it.
It's important that as Nigerians, we begin to educate our children and our girls, especially on their rights, on being able to protect themselves, and also to ensure that children and young women who are pregnant get the necessary support.
The causes of maternal mortality were also highlighted.
When the reproductive organs are not yet matured enough to carry a pregnancy, and that is why they end up with all sorts of complications. They end up with obstructed labor, and some of them, majority of them, end up in deaths.
Unspoken is one of the mechanisms deployed to drive social change in the existing practices and abuse of the girl child in Nigeria.
So by doing this film and highlighting those issues, they will actually know, this is not the right way to go about it. This girl needs to be allowed to be fully developed.
Mostly because of lack of education, sometimes because of lack of the facilities and the enabling environment. So our hope is that this film can be able to bring up some of these issues and allow our policymakers to quickly address these issues.
The film, which is produced in English language, is expected to be interpreted in other Nigerian languages to reach out to the grassroots. The film was presented to the public in Lagos.